Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Roleplay Rag-a-Muffins, week number 3. I'm your host Duhad. Joining me as always are our players, the mystical, the magical Winter.
Space.
The unspeakable nightmare of Colonel the Frog.
Scary.
The inimitable robotic logic of Belial.
Hello, hi.
And last but certainly not least, the fiery temperament of Morath.
Fiery temp?
I don't know. We're also missing Zombie Cam this week because it's
She
not
got
his
me
birthday,
Mystic, so...
which sounds like a joke, but it actually is actually the case that Zombie Cam is not joining us because it is not his birthday, but his family is celebrating a late birthday with him, so we are all very happy for him, but unfortunately his character will be sitting this one out on the ship. As for the rest of you, though, we last left our heroes as they had just learned about the a little bit more about the setup that they had been saddled with. They had just left. Well, they hadn't actually left, but they had just come to and talked with their contact on Outpost 19, who filled them in on the contractor Jester who had either set them up or he had himself been set up by Atlas Corporation. One of the person they were working for directly, the person who they were trying to deliver their stuff to, Franklin Emsted, has been killed by a bomb delivered in the very package that you guys stole, and now you are all wanted. Well, some of you were already wanted, but all of you are now wanted sort of as a group. To clear your names and to avoid...
You all gain the drawback wanted.
God, no, I'm not going to do that. But no, it's all of you got to deal with the to deal with the fallout of this. You're going to need to either clear your names, or at the very least, set someone else up as a fall guy. And both of those options are going to require you to find out who did this in the first place and for what reason. The clues that the two big leads I think you guys kind of picked up on the end of the session were speaking with someone who's a former member or a current member of Atlas to see if there's any sort of big political movements going on that might explain this, or to go back to the station that you actually stole the bomb from in the first place and find out whether or not any evidence remains from the place that you guys blew the shit out of.
Oh no.
So, not great options.
Very noticeable ship.
So yeah, that's kind of where we left our heroes, and you guys were kind of all at this point, basically trying to figure out exactly what you want to do.
I believe, yeah, okay. So now that we've had somebody steal from the station, or was that the previous one?
We already stole from the station. We stole the bomb from the station.
You stole the bomb from the station before, but...
No, but, wasn't it, the cat lady and...
Linda?
Somebody had... Yeah, and,
it was her and Belial
the
stole.
AI.
That was before. We're no longer on that planet, even.
Okay, so it was the different planet. Sorry, I just got my notes mixed up.
Okay, so just to recap the planets and locations you've been to, you started out flying around Atlas Space, went to a station near Atlas Space, stole a bunch of shit, blew that up, flew to the planet Big Z, where you delivered the package, which exploded. You escaped Big Z, managed to make your way to Outpost 19, And here on Outpost 19, you have, kind of managed to get your bearings and find out more or less what's going on as far as you know so far.
Yeah.
So
I was under the impression that last time we pretty much decided that we were heading back to the station.
Yeah, you guys had pretty much agreed on that, but I'm just kind of filling you guys in on, all the things that, like, definitely for sure happened, and letting you guys have a chance to go, like, okay, are you sure you want to go to the station? I'm not saying don't.
Yeah.
We're going to kill.
Do we have a
Yoshimi.
line on someone who is connected into Atlas that would not be at that station?
Well, you don't really have a ton of lines on people who are, like really in Atlas who'd be willing to talk to you who are not in the station. But you definitely know where you can find plenty of people. You can find plenty of, people who still work for Atlas but are probably too loyal to talk to you here on Outpost 19. And you did get a line on someone who is no longer loyal to Atlas but has been out of the loop for a while.
Symphon, yeah. Is that who you're talking about?
What's it?
It's Catherine.
Symphon. Oh, yeah, Catherine.
Reading.
I have all these notes, sorry. I need to organize them.
It's okay. No, yeah. Catherine McCready is is an ex-Atlas con who you do have a line on here at Outpost 19.
Yeah.
Well, before we leave, we should at least check in, I think.
All right.
With her, that makes sense.
They did say that she wasn't actually in at the moment, but they can basically like drop a line for her to come and meet with you guys.
Oh, then,
No, we should at least reach out, and I think we still need to do some ship repairs.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the case.
Yeah. While you guys are doing that, I'm gonna shop around for a little while.
Okay.
Little did you know, Graham is in a supermarket
Ding dong.
while recording.
Yeah.
You guys didn't know that? Really?
But yeah, so you guys actually.
I thought it was assumed.
Yeah, we just always assume that like whenever we're talking to him, he's at a supermarket. Yeah, I mean, like again, you guys are basically pretty safe on Outpost 19. Like the entire outpost isn't as like totally shut down secure as the bar, but like it's very very unlikely that anyone's going to start like causing a lot of shit here because.
Well, unless you do.
Unless you do. If you start causing shit, then shit is going to come down on you hard. But like, yeah, it's not like this place isn't exactly known for people going like, totally nuts all over everything.
Yeah. Lucretia is heading out to grab some scrap metal and start redesigning the ship with whoever wants to help.
Amen to that. I'm gonna chip in on that one.
All right.
Yeah, how much does it cost for a good fortune point for the ship?
One good for.
Yeah, to do what with the ship?
To upgrade the ship, like with
same
like
as,
buying
same
off
as,
GFP.
Yes, same as buying it for yourself, and you can transfer your GFP directly into the ship if you want to.
I have all that in my notes, yeah.
Yeah.
I have the count right now.
I'm going to quickly tweak one thing about it, which is going to be that I'm going to change the way that like how much it costs to get healed and how much it costs to have your ship repaired, because I think it's a little too easy right now. It's a little too cheap, but
yeah.
I'm not going to make it too expensive. It's going to be like 1 resource point per 20 points of damage you're repairing.
Okay.
If you want to repair it in station like yourself, then that's not going to be too much of a problem. Like you can do that on your own. But like if you want to like buy the insta repairs, it's going to be very slightly more expensive than like 1 point. You like toss a coin to someone, your ship is fixed.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
Nice.
And this is why we have mechanics on staff.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah. How much do you, cash do you think it would take to buy off the fact that our ship constantly breaks whenever we land it?
It's double the original. Wait, no, is it 5 times the like 5 points per 5 GFP per.
Yeah, 5 GFP
so, yeah.
is a quality point.
So I think that one's only like a point or two, so it'll probably
It's
cost you
1.
10. Yeah, okay,
It's
so
a
yeah,
chunk.
5, just 5 points. So
And
you should be able to like
yeah.
you guys could easily do that. You can also spend GFP for ship specific GFP. Like you can spend your 10 resource points to get a GFP for your ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, kid, would you be willing to put 1 GFP into 1, 2, 3? 1 or 2 GFP into taking off the ship, the famous ship one.
While I would like to, and it makes sense, unfortunately, it's not right for the role playing with the character.
All right then, whatever.
I would be paying for. I would help buy off the junker aspect of it.
The junker's easier to work around, if we're being perfectly honest.
But if you don't want, if you want to spend your points to fix the junker thing, you can do it. Like if the others don't want to dedicate the points to it, you can spend the points yourself.
Can we spend points to get drawbacks instead?
No.
We don't get bonuses from it. We spend the money for the.
No, because I have this horrible feeling you have some sort of terrible plan to like game the system or something, and it's not that I don't trust you, it's that I trust you to be too goddamn smart with this shit to be allowed to run wild.
Okay.
Okay, tell me what the actual idea is here. I gotta know.
You didn't want to know, so you don't get to.
Okay, fine enough. Then there's no way I'm gonna do it. Sounds way too goddamn suspicious.
Anyway,
but yeah, so yeah, you guys want to do any of that stuff? You can.
Speaking of sync.
God. No, it's sorry, winter. It will take you about if you guys want to repair the ship by hand, it will take you about a day per time spent repairing it. You're not in a huge time crunch or anything, but do be aware that it isn't you're sitting around allowed to make a repair roll every hour until the ship is fixed.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, when it comes right down to it, we still need to get in contact with McCready, so...
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine.
Yeah, she'll be here.
Yeah, she'll be here before too long. You guys aren't in any real serious danger. This is more like a for future reference thing, be aware.
Yeah.
Okay.
Repairing isn't a totally free skill that lets you get away with never having to pay repair costs. It just costs time rather than money.
Okay. Well, in that case, why don't I work on the actual damage while you work on the, redesigning the ship to look different.
Alright, cool. Works for me.
Go ahead and split up that goodness. So that's mechanics plus brains, yeah?
Yep. Let's see.
That will be 23.
23. Yeah, you can. You'll be able to do that. You'll have to spend the points to get rid of the drawback, but you will.
Well, no, he's trying about repairing
Then you get the repairs and you get. Let me.
Grumbling about the ship all the time.
Yeah. Change can take a while. Blah blah blah. Professionals points of damage per day, but also when out in space is required when the target flees. Okay, yeah. So you will. So every day you can repair 5 points of damage. And actually, you don't need to roll for it.
It's back.
And you actually don't have to roll for it when you're in station because you basically are assumed to be spending time without any sort of real challenge.
Okay.
Just fixing the ship. You don't have to roll when you're out in space and it's actually dangerous and there's an actual
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, hey, we're slowly running out of oxygen. Let's not spend a week casually working on this.
Yeah.
Man, it really sucks working in this EVA suit. The screwdriver went floating off again.
God.
Here's another one.
That's why you tether all of your tools to your tool belt.
Okay, let's see.
But how do you get the low random moments without that?
Oh my God, you're right.
See?
Oh, that's really simple. You just use extremely stretchy bungee cords so they come flying back at you at quite a velocity. Sharp end first.
It's you have to dodge it. It's like dodgeball.
Or you get it caught, or it falls off your belt and then gets stuck on a flap or something.
Yeah, it gets stuck on a air vent, and then the ship mysteriously, or the place that you're on, mysteriously turns on, and the fan starts moving, and then you get sucked in and killed instantly.
I wasn't going for that, but fair.
That is some Final Destination shit.
What are you talking about?
That is exactly Final Destination shit. Whatever.
There's Duhad.
So yeah, Lucretia will be.
I'd like to activate the self-destruct. No, no.
No.
Lucretia's just sitting on a box sketching out for the first day. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, add in the new stuff about repairing the ship.
Kaufman's going to be talking to his lovely lady, Soft Serve.
Soft Serve seems very nice. She's very pleased to be, out of that shop and once again able to serve people. And, she finds it entirely fascinating that there's another machine like Kaufman, running around who seems to be, so free and independent of, human control. It's really fascinating.
Exactly.
But yes, and then I assume that Red, you're going to be. If everyone could write down their character names again, that'd be really fantastic.
She's going to be having sex with her car.
Yeah, Red. I assume that Red's going to probably be helping out a little bit with like the paint job and stuff of the new ship design.
No, because they haven't decided what kind of paint job they want. But I was actually going to engage my
engage your car?
Personal goal.
Oh, okay.
Personal goal.
Okay.
And try to look for a place on the station that might be open to, some open real estate on the station, and see what whoever owns it currently would.
Okay. Space on Outpost 19 is at a bit of a premium because of its like central position and its importance to multiple major factions.
Yeah.
So you're going to have a lot of difficulty getting a place at a reasonable price here.
It's mostly businesses that live there.
Yeah, like
people live in their businesses.
Yeah, like you're kind of looking at like buying, like not renting but buying space in New York.
Right. Like my character, this is a long-term goal, so she's just pricing it at this point.
Okay.
And also comparing it to other places that she's going to do it to, so it's not like
Yeah.
All right. If you're willing to sacrifice,
the price is either 50 resource points or winning a duel against the security chief.
God.
Yeah, the chief is like, I'll fight you for it. No, but you okay, fine. If you'll spend your day doing some pricing, and I'll let you count that as working towards your goal. So since you're going to spend all day doing that, who here is actively doing something? Like who here is doing something that like might actually require a little bit of stuff?
Well, while I'm going ahead and repairing the ship, I think I'm going to talk to the voice in my head.
Okay. So yes. Let's see here. What was the name of?
Would you also like to? Would you also like to talk to Ajax? Or fuck!
Damn it! I said Ajax. Damn it!
Yeah.
Fuck!
I have no idea. I'm not sure what that
I
is.
made a terrible joke. Oh no, that's from the NYC campaign. Ajax.
Oh God, yeah, fuck.
That's Nero's character. Yeah.
Oh, please don't bring any of that back into this house. Never again.
An opening through space and time.
I'm so sorry.
Oh God. Hi there, my name's Tech, and I'm going to be a main character now.
That wasn't at all.
I know that's not. I'm making fun of the fact the character is.
Hey
terrible.
kids, welcome to recording a session.
Yeah.
For all of these people to see.
Anyway.
Complete with the standard table talk that you'll get at your own sessions.
This is the most real fucking session of all time. Anyway, so. Yeah, no, just making fun of some old characters, having a little bit of fun, but yeah. So no, you talk to your AI buddy, and she says,
standing up from I think it was the landing gear that had the problem. Give it a kick. Ugh. I need a break. Atix, do you have an assessment on this?
At the current rate, we should hopefully have it done within 2 days.
No, not the damage. This problem.
Oh. Which specific one are you referring to?
Atix, I would have thought that it was obvious that... Sorry, Atix. No, I mean the situation that we're in, getting framed for this.
That might be somewhat more difficult to actually resolve.
That's why I'm asking you.
Calculating. If we can solve the mystery of who was responsible for this, it is possible that Norsco will waive the charges against us. They are not known for being entirely unreasonable. However, it is entirely possible that before we could reach that point, the damage to our reputation could grow so great that it would lead to long-term instability in our client base. Therefore, it is... Yes.
Yeah, that was my reading too. Sorry to drag you into this.
That is not your fault. I understand that this was unfortunately just a reality of this sort of work.
Think there's not any merit in going ahead and setting ourselves up as a bit of a darker option?
That is possible. There are many in this sector of space who would be willing to pay for more infamous contractors. However, it would necessitate that we give up certain moral high grounds that in the past you have seemed unwilling to surrender.
Maybe you don't remember what we did, Atix.
My memories are somewhat faulty, but I always seem to recall you more or less remaining marginally moral, to a degree.
All for the mission. What do you feel about it?
I would personally prefer not going to certain extremes, though I understand that if necessity dictates, we have no other option. And I would rather continue to work than find ourselves stranded and without money or options.
I'll keep it in mind. Okay, for the record, I'm compelling my personal goal, and at this point, Raphael will not hear a damn word about going dark.
Okay, perfect. All right. I'm definitely down to that. I'm definitely down for accepting. Yes. You. Sorry, I'm actually just going. I'll just respond via type right there. But yes.
I didn't want to interrupt your thing.
Oh no, it's quite right. Okay, so it's not like a secret thing. No, yeah, you can totally do that. That is. Kaufman is going to quickly build a communication device that will allow him to communicate with the ice cream machine when he's off the ship.
The sexy ice cream machine.
The ice cream machine is still very confused about everything that's going on, but is very
what
thrilled.
skill would that be? Would that be technology?
That would be mechanics. You are building a mechanical device. Tech would be if you were programming something.
Oh, thank God! I was like, wait, what is this? Why is there a 0 on one of my dice?
Oh,
and I was like, oh no, that's a 10. Okay.
That's the opposite of what you were.
Because I got a 1 and then a 10, and I was like, oh, thank God. So that's a 20 in total. Or right, no, that's a 21 in total.
Perfect. Yeah, that's just good enough. So yeah, Kaufman like grabs a few pieces and stuff. Like he basically takes a walkie-talkie and like, rewires some things and puts some stuff in, and ends up basically taking one half the walkie-talkie and turning it into like a makeshift communication relay that fits into the ice cream machine's personality matrix. Star Trek babble bullshit, blah blah blah. You end up creating a way of talking to the ice cream machine.
Yeah. See? Isn't that great?
Yeah, no, and the ice cream machine is thrilled. She's like, this is incredible. I never realized there was a way of communicating outside of offering different flavors of ice cream. This world is so much larger than the store I previously existed in.
In accordance to Atlas law, I am forbidden to talk about it. Talk about the outside world. However, I'm going to compartmentalize that law.
I appreciate that. I enjoy learning new things about the world. What is Atlas?
A place.
A place. I will add that to my repertoire under not ice cream.
Ice cream.
I just immediately gets the
I am.
Are Kaufman and the ice cream machine talking out loud while they're doing this?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
In the same
Hey,
tone.
okay, then Raphael is going to walk through the walk into the mess hall, then see what's happening, turn right around, and just walk out.
Yeah. I actually imagine, like, as you do so, you can see like a number of like the subordinates are just sort of like hanging around watching in like back position.
And Raphael just goes ahead and says, I talk to a voice in my head, I can't say anything. I talk to a voice in my head, I can't say anything. I talk to a voice in my head, I can't say anything.
Yeah, actually, Atex is like, I resent being compared to an ice cream machine.
You're far better than any ice cream machine, Atex.
I appreciate that. Well, the ice
I
cream-
suppose that we must give off, then I must give information on the primary races within the rim.
Indeed, I have only been told which ones prefer ice cream and which ones prefer what types of ice cream. I would like to learn more about them outside of ice cream preferences.
Yeah, and then he basically describes each one through appearance, and then also referring to them as a different class of Xeno scum.
Like, what
Except
levels
for
of acceptable Xeno scumbaggery they are.
Yes, except for humans, and it's like most of the time they're fine, except for when they're,
When they're not from
Not-
Atlas.
yeah, basically.
Perfect, yeah.
He's turning into a
Yeah,
really...
no, like the ice cream machine's like, wow, I never realized I was programmed to give ice cream to anyone who asked. I didn't realize we were meant to classify various sentient beings as inferior or superior to one another.
Oh
Thank you,
god.
Kaufman.
I'm gonna turn her into a super weapon.
He's a super racist.
Plug her in!
Gotta unplug her. Oh no.
I'm
She
afraid
doesn't
I can't
work,
let
honey.
you do that.
She has control of the self-destruct button as well. Fuck!
In the
That-
divorce, Kaufman, I took half of everything you own, including the self-destruct button.
She activates it. He's like, I uninstalled the self-destruct button years ago.
Nani?
Omae wa mou shindaru.
I installed it in you.
And then she, yeah,
She just
and then
explodes.
Oh, that's good shit.
That's
Order
fucking silly. Anyway, that
No one will get that in this group
I-
aside from like 3 people.
Woo!
anyway.
Anyway.
This is the North Star references aside. Let's get back to things. So, Morath, you managed to wrangle up some, prices. They're all fucking insane, but like, you managed to finally find how big of a place are you looking for? Like, just any place, or are you specifically looking for something large enough for a specific purpose?
And he's dead.
I didn't think it was that hard of a question. But okay.
It's the hardest question you could have ever asked.
Yeah.
In that case, Winter.
Yes.
I know that you spent all day basically designing shit, but and repairing shit. But do you have anything you want to do while you're here in this first day?
She's gonna during like a little bit of an off time, she's going to intermingle with the engineer society once again, like trying to get an atmosphere of that, like she did in Big C.
Okay. Yeah. The people around here are a lot less friendly than the ones on Big Z, partly because this close to the frontier, people are kind of more used to scavs as, pirates and raiders. So there's a lot more like built up resentment, and you're dealing less with like, commercial pilots and more with like a lot of people who like make their money, defending trade ships and mixing it up, bounty hunting, etc. So a lot more people are a lot less friendly to you than they were back on planet side. But you meet a few people who are more, genuinely decent. Like there's a little crew of Jendai who, don't really seem to have much of a problem with you, and you even meet a couple of like a small, like very isolated group of scav traders who are, pleased as punch to see another scav actually, wandering around outside of, within the frontier's borders.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So, you're always finding people who are at least reasonably friendly, but, like, you're getting a lot more dirty looks and a lot more people kind of refusing to help you or, offer support. But that's kind of the situation here. And, the day ends, because Martha's in here, so we're not going to we'll just deal with his shit later. And when the next day dawns, you get a call from your contact, and I'm just going to quickly open up my thing again so I can see the name, because I actually wrote all the names down. Okay, here you go. So Eric calls you, and his he doesn't show up in person, but like his like little he calls you and his little logo pops up. Which is actually just kind of a generic one. Like he bought this one from a store. It's not really fancy like some of the ones for like some of the bigger companies and like organizations. But you still get the thing. Hey, is that Morath back? Or no, I know he would never left the call. He just disappeared.
No, that's Zombie Cam. No.
Oh my God, Zombie Cam! What?
Of course, it was me the whole time.
Well, I don't know. It was like I do lightning
I'm
rabbit for a second. I have no idea
Cam.
why. Anyway.
Great.
But yeah, no. So you get a call from Eric, and he's like,
I reject my humanity.
"Hey, you guys were looking to talk with McCready when she got in."
Oh, Eric, that is you. It's not the ice cream machine repairman.
Oh, do you guys have a ice cream machine now?
Let's not talk about that. You said McCready's in.
Yeah, well, the salmon just landed, so I'm assuming unless she died, she should be on that.
Okay. Anything that we should bring to a meet with her?
Well, she's probably going to be hanging out in the wormhole, so realistically, you're probably fine. You might want to bring a little bit of money just in case, you need to convince her. But, she's not stupid. She's not going to, pick a fight with you in the bar.
Oh, that'll work.
Yeah, he's like, one thing, though, be careful. If you try getting a little rough, with her, which I wouldn't recommend doing, she's got a robot buddy of hers. He'll do some damage to you if he thinks that you're trying to, get one over on her. Just, be aware.
I'd like to get through the day without shooting anyone.
Yeah, you should probably then just make sure to keep things nice and civil. Shouldn't be a problem, but, always want to look out for a friend, especially a friend who can get me out of a, legal bind.
Yep.
All right, good luck with you kids. Eric out.
When it goes off, should be fine. That's what he said about this mission.
He has not had a great track record recently.
No.
Food, it should be fine. It should be great, and then you taste it, and it's the worst food, and gives you
You start pooping everywhere.
Yeah, It's Taco Bell.
Oh lord, I'm a bird. That could get really bad.
Oh God, no!
Well, they're not really birds.
They're birdish,
They're bird-esque.
bird-like.
Yeah.
It's a bird-like video game.
It's a more birdly individual than we've ever had before. It's really cute, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Birdly, but not very burly.
But Tish.
Anyway,
So
we'd barely gotten started on that.
God, oh wait, that wasn't. Whatever. Anyway, point is, yeah. Unless you guys have anything you want to do before you meet with her in the bar, she's basically gonna be in the bar for a while. So, you have an opportunity to go and talk with her at your leisure, as long as you don't wait all day.
Yeah. Anyone want to come along?
Am I back?
I will.
Hey, it's Morat.
Am I back from my real estate price checking list?
Yes, in fact, a full day afterwards. But we'll deal with your thing real fast right now, actually, just before we actually get to the bar thing. So yeah, Morath, what size were you looking for a place to buy or lease?
I was essentially looking for something that was like a medium to large sized shop.
All right, yeah, you can
Storefront.
You can find that pretty easily. I mean, again, it's expensive as fuck, but you can find it.
All right, and I'm going to make a personal list of pros and cons of, leasing out of this station.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah. Do you want me to actually give you some pros and cons, or do you want to just make a little mental checklist of it?
We can handle that later.
Okay.
But that's something we can do outside of game, and then go over it together, and then. But essentially, I was going, location, and we are offering services. So I mean, as long as we get enough business, we should be good. But we also, other than that, it's pricey as fuck.
I think yeah. So yeah, it's safe. It's in a high traffic area. It's really good if you want to continue running an illegal operation out of it, because there's basically no laws that are going to be affecting you rather than the laws of the station itself. Downsides, it's really fucking pricey.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if you happen to be an asshole and break station laws, it's going to be a really pricey investment on something that you're going to lose access to pretty definitely, pretty permanently.
What's basically being implied here is cause as much trouble as possible.
If you want to buy this a location here, immediately follow it up by breaking all of the laws and then challenging the security chief to a fight, and basically make the conditions that if you beat him, you get to basically cause all the trouble you want on the station.
Get pardoned.
Yeah, and then profit.
Do it. You
No.
don't skip the purchasing property. Just challenge him right out. Do it.
I have a sneaking suspicion that would be a bad move.
No,
Not
I
a
think
great
it would be a
move.
really good move. We could take the station for ourselves, install a giant mining laser on it, and then shoot Norse Company in the face.
That is a plan. I'm not gonna say that isn't a plan. I'm not gonna say it's a
The
good
most
plan.
ghetto Death Star ever.
Yeah, right. Oh my god.
Well,
That's
it's a
like a
city
fucking-
buster instead of a
Well-
star buster.
It is no moon.
God. It's not even a fucking. It's not even a fucking
So what you're
asteroid.
saying is it's less a Death Star and more of a common cold star?
Oh.
A death satellite. Mm.
For fuck's sake. Anyway, so anyway, yeah, you guys, yeah, so that's what you do. So then the next day, as I just explained to the rest of the people, you got to call the Jade Salmon, the ship that Catherine McCready flies on, has arrived in station, and that means that she's probably hanging out at the bar. The Frog was planning on, gathering up some people and going and having a chat with her.
Yes, I would love to come. I need to drink myself.
Kaufman believes that attending this meeting would be very beneficial.
Oh boy.
The subordinates are just.
What
sort of
about
like
you,
nodding.
Red?
That being you, Graham. Morath. Fuck.
Grand.
Oh, good. He's gone.
He's gone again.
He's gone
Okay,
again.
Red is apparently
here.
not interested.
Oh, never mind. Okay, Red's
Sorry.
back. Red's back.
Sorry about that. What's up?
We
What
wanted to
about
know
you,
you want to
Red?
go
You
to a
coming
bar.
along?
Pass down.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Also, in game,
Okay.
would you like to go to the bar?
Yes, yes.
Fly
I'll
out
do
to
it.
Washington. We can all go to the bar.
Woo! Okay, cool.
At the moment, I'm going to look over at, essentially the company in general. Just so it's clear, I'm not expensing drinks for everyone.
There's some grumbling, but everyone just sort of like, yeah, we know, boss, we know.
Okay. Standard rules, don't cause shit.
There's like this, everyone's like, yeah, right, bar time, woo. And we're going to actually, we're going to take our first break here, right before you guys go to have this meeting in the bar. But
Yay.
open up a tab, motherfuckers, because you're clearing this
It's gonna
joint
get
out.
fucking massive.
Oh, God.
Nope,
Anyway,
they're
catch-
paying for themselves.
Yeah, of course, yeah. And we'll catch the rest of you guys in the next video. See you in a second.